The True Story of the Three Little Pigs, Part 2. I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming. I huffed and I snuffed. I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. You're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better. I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake, so I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. There was no answer. I called, "Mr. Pig, Mr. Pig, are you in?" Do you know how that rude little porker answered? "Get out here, Wolf. Don't bother me again." Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sackful of sugar and wouldn't give me even one little cup for my dear sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig. I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt another sneeze coming. I huffed and snuffed. I sneezed once again. Then the third little pig yelled, "And your old granny can sit on a pin." I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, I was trying to break down the pig's door. At the time, I was huffing, puffing, sneezing, and making a real scene. The news reporters found out about the two pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all of that huff, puff, and blow your house down. They made me the big bad wolf. That's it. That is the real story. I was framed. But maybe you can lend me a cup of sugar.